Hey guys, welcome back to the Middle Sister podcast where we talk about anything and everything and how we're all just figuring it out. Wow, it's been a time. It has been a time. It is actually, where's my phone? Hold on, guys. It is June 16th. You can't see it on my phone, but it says June 16th. Here, let me go into my lovely calendar. See my calendar? My calendar right there that says June 16th? Yeah, okay. It's June 16th, guys. I graduated May 20th. Life has been crazy, okay? Anyways, welcome to season 2, guys. Holy crap. We're here. We're here. It's season 2. Life is going on. We're living. And what I realized was when I came into this topic, I had asked my lovely feature Emma, who is back to be the feature for this whole entire season of season 2. So each episode, when we come back, I'm still figuring out posting. Don't come for me, guys. Each episode that we come out with for season 2 will have Emma as the lovely feature. So she will be here each new conversation. So this is a new journey for us. All right. So we're going to get right into it. In this episode, we are going to basically, for the next few episodes, we're going to be debriefing basically everything that has happened since my graduation because Emma, lovely Emma, has been around for all of it. All of it. All of it.
Every
She's my
waking
witness.
moment.
Yep, she's my witness. So, for the next few episodes, we're gonna just be going over everything that has been happening. Yes, this is a timer in the background. We thought it would be funny. Okay, anyways. Um, so basically we're gonna run down graduation day. So I wake up, right? It's graduation day. Oh my god, holy crap, I'm graduating. I go to school. I go to senior breakfast. I ended up stealing balloons at senior breakfast. That was actually the funniest thing ever. Oh, actually, we deflated them, huh? And we put them in my senior box.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah. Um, I stole senior balloons, the senior breakfast balloons, which is funny because my school didn't even have class of 2026 on the balloons. They had class of 2025 on these balloons, bruh. Can you believe that? Like, how do you not get new balloons for the new class
Because of
year?
where we live.
Like, I know it's low funding, but there's no way it's that low funds.
I mean, apparently.
Apparently for them. Anyways, after senior breakfast, we went to rehearsal. I ended up annoying this girl with my balloons, which was actually kind of funny. But then she stepped on me during the actual ceremony, and I got so mad. After rehearsal, I went back home, right? And then shortly after I got home, I ended up wanting Emma to come to the house to get ready with me because why not? Because Emma's the bestie.
I'm
Emma's day
goaded.
one. Like, what are we talking about? Anyways, so we went to go pick her up, right? She had this lovely bouquet for me. It was beautiful. I loved it. Like, I genuinely was just like,
Handmade.
it was so good. Like, it eats down. It eats down. I will insert a picture of it right here. This is the bouquet. This lovely masterpiece was made by her. And she has a lovely Instagram account. So, if you want flowers, hit up that Instagram account right there. Right there. This lovely Instagram account. Hit it up. Anyways, so once we picked her up, we came back to the house. And my mom was watching like this weird documentary. Oh, she was watching that new documentary that's out about that girl that crashed the car with her.
It's called The Crash.
Yeah, The Crash on Netflix.
Mackenzie.
She was watching that. Her name's Mackenzie.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, I hate that.
Really?
I hate that name.
It's like Mackenzie, and then her boyfriend was like Dom. I'm pretty sure.
You know what's crazy is I know people in my school with those names.
Really?
Yeah. So she was watching this documentary, and my mom and Em were like talking about it a lot, but I wasn't really into it like that. Anyways, after she came, we ended up going to Walmart. After she came to the house, we ended up going to Walmart.
Sorry, I
and
have such a dirty.
we ended up going to Walmart, and I got like these car markers. And so when Emma came, because she's a really good drawer, like she does really good. She's She should be a tattoo artist. Anyways, we decorated the car, and it was so much fun. We did so good on that car. Although I wish that like the markers were more like
Pigmented,
pigmented.
yeah. I think at that point, I think normal like paint probably like would have done better. It would just be harder to get off.
Yeah, they were kind of easy to get off though.
Hmm.
That was good. Yeah, we're not sponsored by Walmart, but if you need good like car pens, even if they're not pigmented, go to Walmart, guys. Anyways, um, after we decorated the car, we came upstairs and I had to rush to get ready. And then everybody that was coming to my graduation showed up at my house to meet up at my house, and my house was packed with people. Emma as witness. There was like 20 people in here, and it was
Hmm.
horrible.
And then, mind you, they all came before they were even supposed to. Like everybody was supposed to meet up at what, like 6 here,
Everyone was supposed to come
and
into my house
everybody
like
showed up at like
5:36.
4:30.
Yeah, everybody came at like 3:34. So
Hmm.
they were here for so long. It was so crazy. Anyways, I think I did my hair first because by the time that I did my makeup, I'm pretty sure Beverly was already here. Right?
Yeah, I think so because then she was asking if she was allowed to wear what she wanted to while you were sitting at your vanity. I believe. Maybe not.
No, I think I was actually fully ready by the time we went to get Beverly because I did my hair and me and you sat on my floor doing the
Yeah, because
makeup.
she took the bus, so she wasn't here till like 2, 3.
Yeah. Anyways, while we were getting ready, my other friend had called my phone and she was supposed to be coming to my graduation. And she was like, hey, mind you, this friend of mine, she lives all the way on the other side of town. And she was like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to come because I don't have a ride to your house unless I like hop on the bus right now, but like I need to get ready. And I was like, girl, math your situation, bro. Like, bring everything over here and get ready over here. Just hop on the bus right now. And she was like,
And then the bus takes forever, so it's like realistically, you could be getting ready on the bus.
that's very true. Anyways, so I was like, yo, just hop on the bus. And she's like, I got you, I'm gonna hop on the bus. And so then she hopped on the bus. And so then at that point I was trying to have like tell her just stop somewhere close to my house because at that point people were already showing up to my house. So I had plenty of car rides to go get this girl. So I was trying to get her to stop somewhere close, and then I ended up going to pick her up. But by the time that I had gotten her, I was already ready because
Mm-hmm.
we did. Because I remember getting ready, and it was just me and you. Because we listened to music the entire
Mm-hmm.
time, and it was just like a bunch of rap music and like party music. But we did my hair. I did my hair so cute. It was half up, half down. Because since I didn't have my cap like on my head like everybody else did, I had on a headband. I had room to do my hair half up, half down. It was so stinking cute. It was so stinking cute. My makeup was completely gorgeous, but I cried it all off. And then I went out after with all of my makeup cried off, but it was pretty funny. Um, but then we went to get Beverly. Beverly came to the house, got ready. Then after we were all ready, we went and pulled up to my school to go to the
Mm-hmm.
ceremony. And when we pulled into the parking lot, there's like, okay, so the way the parking lot is like you pull in and there's like the teacher parking over here like in the front, right? And then you have this large parking lot all the way down here, and then there's a football field, right? And so all of this parking until like the last like 4 rows over here, we're all like parking for everybody else. And then this parking was like the senior painted parking spots parking. So to any average knowledge person, the seniors are going to park there because it's their parking spot. Now, my school did say they had reserved parking spots, but my parents said they saw the reserved parking spots in the very front next to the gate, and it was not these parking spots. But when we had pulled in, and I had one of these painted parking spots, somebody was parked in that spot, and I'd never like been in the situation where somebody was parked in my spot, and so I didn't know what to do, and so I was like, do I tell her to move out of my spot? Like I'm like, I don't know what to do. And so then my mom was like, move out that spot. And I was like, oh my God. So we made the lady move. And I felt so bad because I was like, Yikes. But I paid for the spot, so what can you do? So we parked there, and then that's when I separated from everybody because I had to go into the gym to be with all the graduates, and they had to go to the bleachers and find where everybody was sitting, which I actually think was funny how everybody sat because I expected everybody to sit in like a huge circle, but you guys were all spaced out in like a line.
Yeah. I didn't even know because we took forever to find parking. We had to like go park in the neighborhood and then like walk all the way to the school.
Really?
Yeah, because there was like no parking and then we had no cash on us, and the little church that's like right next to it was only taking cash. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, so we ended up going into like for a second we went to the neighborhoods across the street, but then I kept seeing signs that was like no parking in school zones or whatever the hell. But then I'm like, well, everybody else is parking, so it's like, dude, they're not gonna tow us off. So we ended up finding a place and then walking all the way over there. And then I was like so nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, what side of the field are they even sitting on? But thankfully we went to the correct side first, and then I saw everybody in their white t-shirts, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I had everybody that was there for me. I had them in matching white T-shirts that had like my face on it, and it would say like proud, whatever member of the family they were to me, of a 2026 graduate, and like the 2026 had my pictures in it. Anyways, they were so cute. But that's when I separated and I went in the gym and it was like so packed. Like I was taking so many pictures with people and it was just like pictures after pictures. And then I was walking around trying to get pictures of everybody. And then it was like all my friends kept coming up to me and they're like, oh my God, we made it, bro. And I was like, oh my God, bro, we made it. It was crazy. Um, then we walked out. Um, Yeah. And then I remember doing because after during the ceremony, the way our ceremony was is we walked out, we did the victory lap, then we went into the field, sat down, and all of the speeches happened and whatnot. I remember doing the victory lap and like I was looking at the stands. I was expecting you guys to sit like in like the first little sectional of the stands. Like I thought you guys were gonna be so far away, but surprisingly, my parents had like sat you guys right lined up where my row was, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can see
Mm-hmm.
all of you guys. It was so good. But doing the victory lap, I remember it was like I remember getting annoyed because at that point in the ceremony, it was when um now I don't care to name drop this kid because I know he's probably never gonna ever watch my podcast and we didn't get along anyway, so I don't care to name drop his name. But there was this kid in my school senior class, and his name was Clemente, and he was so freaking annoying, so freaking annoying. And he was messing up like the entire ceremony because he was talking through it the entire time, and it was like genuinely irritating me because he was the type of kid that like he thinks he's like this thug, like he's
Mm-hmm.
from the slums, and he made it up, like, and he didn't. Like he's literally from the east side. Like, let's be so serious. Like, you come from money, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you've got a Gucci belt. Like, get out of town, bro. Like, you're not from the slums. And so he was going through the whole ceremony, and I was getting irritated. And then at that point, after, because when we finished the victory lap, is when that girl stepped on me, and I was like so irritated because I was like, "How are you gonna get irritated about my balloons and then step on me? Like, what? This is crazy." Anyways, we sat down. We went through the whole ceremony. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like the speeches. I feel like they were good, but I feel like you guys had 2 minutes. You guys could have done way better.
I feel like
The
they
only
all
good
said
ones
the same
were
thing.
I think the only good ones were um the valedictorian and
Yeah.
the one below that.
Salutatorian, or however the fuck you say
Yeah.
it. No, yeah.
I'm not gonna say that word because I know I'm gonna say it wrong.
I did like those ones, but the other ones, the ones that were like smaller, I feel like they kind of all said the same thing. Like, oh, we made it. Oh, thank you, Chat GPT. Like the amount of times I heard that, I was like,
Yeah,
bro,
everybody was
get
like
a new
thanking
line.
ChatGPT and it was crazy.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
but like
like,
all the guys were thanking their girlfriends and I thought that was sweet, but it was like, okay. Like
no, yeah.
I know your girlfriend's not your only one supporter. Like I know you got friends, bro. Come on.
Even your mom, your dad.
Like your mom, your dad, your cousin, like the bird,
No, yeah. The teachers.
the
I don't
teachers,
know.
the gym coach, the football coach, a flower on the field that you kicked, something, anything. Anyways, the speeches were all right, and then we went through like everybody's name getting called, and I was actually sat next to one of my close friends because this girl I got really close with in school. She was actually in the way we were set up in the yearbook. We were actually right next to each other, which was so funny. So we ended up sitting right next to each other, and we were like giggling to each other the entire time. We were whispering to each other. The difference between me and Clemente, I was being respectful. I was like whispering to my friend. Clemente was full blown yelling. I'm not even lying to you. He was yelling everything that he was saying. Like it was genuinely annoying. Anyways, but as people started getting closer and it was getting closer to us, like our row being called up and my name being called, I was getting so scared. I was bugging out. I was bugging out. I kept looking at you guys in the crowd and I was like, no, no. So many of you guys got pictures of me like that. It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's literally pictures of me like choking myself out in the field, like not ready to go on stage. Um, and then I went. They called my name. My whole family was so upset because they thought I was gonna get called by my full name, like legally. But I went to the school counselors and I told them to like only like just say my name a certain way, and so they called my name the way that I wanted it, and not all of it. And my family was like, "How the heck did she do that? Like, why did she do that?" But whoopsies, whoopsies.
Oh yeah.
But everybody screamed so loud for me. I actually heard it when my name was called.
Yeah.
I heard the screams.
I was hoping.
It was so loud. After they called my name, everything else in the ceremony went on. We turned the tassels, everything. Everybody rushed the field. Beverly was the first person to rush the field to me, and she found me pretty quick, actually. Like, I don't, I honestly don't know how she found me so quick. She told me she like
Dude,
memorized my
neither do
row.
I because yeah, like granted, I knew which row you were in, but for one, I've never been to like a real graduation before. I've only ever been to like charter school graduations. Okay, so they're not all too big. And then neither one of them were on a field. So I wasn't aware of like the whole rushing thing. Like to be so for real, I thought like, oh, the
I
graduation's
should have
done.
warned
Like,
everybody that they
you
could rush the
know,
field because so many more
because
people
when people
probably
were
would
lining
have.
up, I thought that they were just lining up to be able to get out quicker, like instead
Right.
of having to wait for everybody to come off the stands. But me and this unspoken man, we were like the second ones down there, but it took me like a good 5 minutes to find you. I was like, bro, everybody's in red cap and gowns. I was looking around, and then eventually, like, I spot like your whole family, and I'm like,
Yeah, everybody rushed the field. After that, I took pictures with everybody because everybody wanted a picture with me because they all had shirts on my face. So everybody had to get a picture. So I was taking pictures for like forever. And then I actually had a couple people, like my close friends, sign my bib. Um, I had Sharpies on me and I had people sign my bib. I think like 3 people signed my bib. I don't remember. I think it was 3. Um, but 3 people signed my bib, and then after that we left and went back to my house. It took forever to get out of the parking lot, but it's pretty chill. I'm lying. I think I had 4 people sign my bib. I just remembered. I'm pretty sure I had 4 people sign my bib. I had 2 girls and 2 guys sign my bib. So that's 4. I did the math wrong, guys. I had 4 people sign my bib. My friend Chuck, he's like pretty redneck, and he's got these 2 big trucks, and he's always like revving them ridiculously loud, like full on country mode, bro. And so he's got like his regular beater truck, and then he's got his like better like monster truck type truck, and he ended up bringing his better truck. And while we were all in the parking lot, they were all like, "Chuck, rev your car, Chuck, rev your truck." And so he kept revving his car really loud. And so I ended up like being parked like next to where he was revving his car. And so I was like, "Hey, yo, Chuck," like really loud. And he was like, "Hey, yo, Safira." And I was like, "Oh my God." And so I ran over and I was like, "Yo, Chuck, sign my bib." And he was like, "I got you, Rama, sign your bib." So then he signed my bib. Anyways, after that, we went back to my house. Then we left my house, and then it was my brother came into town from California, and so he was here, and he was staying from the day of my graduation all the way into my graduation party, which was the 24th and
and
of
then he ended
May.
up staying an extra day.
Yeah, then he ended up staying an extra day, so he didn't leave till the 25th. But Then we ended up leaving, and we went back to my house. And then from there, it was my brother, me, Beverly, and then Emma. We all left the house
And
and went.
Manny.
Oh, and Manny.
Yeah.
And Manny.
I don't
Manny
care
can be.
about name dropping.
Manny can be name dropped. Manny can be name dropped.
And if he needs
So
a nickname, it better be Batman.
oh Lord. Anyways, so my brother's close friend, his name is Manny. So it was me, Beverly, Emma, my brother, and his friend Manny. It was the five of us. And so we all went out to eat. We went to Hawaiian Bros, which I had never had, but I've had places similar to it. So I was like, oh, let's go try it. Like whatever. So we went and tried it, and it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I've had better. I think I like the other Hawaiian place I've been to better. I don't remember the name of it, but I think I like them better. So I think on a scale, I probably rate Hawaiian Bros. I probably rate Hawaiian Bros like an 8.2.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't get nothing like crazy, so I couldn't
Yeah.
like tell you.
Well, how do you rate what you got?
That shit was gas. Like a 9.
A 9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So after that, um, after we went to Hawaiian Bros, we ended up leaving Hawaiian Bros and we went to go get ice cream at Cold Stone. Love me some Cold Stone, but to my disappointment, I ended up getting one that I didn't really like.
Yeah, wasn't it yours like that tasted like baby food?
Yes, I got like this sherbet like ice cream thing, and it tasted like freaking baby food. I was so mad. I was like so sad because I love Cold Stone. I'm like a Cold Stone girly at heart. I love that ice cream place. I will choose Cold Stone ice cream any day. I was so mad. Anyways, as we went to Cold Stone, we didn't want to go back to my house just yet because we were like, the night is young, so
Mm-hmm.
let's go, do something. So we went
To Gates Pass.
to Gates Pass, um, which is this like really long road where I live. That's like cool to hang out on. So we went and like drove
I
down
just
that
wish the
road.
view was open.
Yeah,
Because then, like, I knew exactly what your brother was talking about,
yeah.
but it was closed. And then, I mean, kind of thankfully it wasn't, because to get to, like, this little spot, I don't know if you heard me and him talking about, like, it's not like an abandoned shed type of thing. Like, it's all, like, brick and, like, concrete.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's all, like, spray painted really pretty and whatnot. And the view from it is really nice. But in order to get to it, you kind of gotta, like, climb up there. So in heels, it probably would not have been the best
Oh yeah, no. I was in
option.
heels. My feet, horrible. My poor feet were so abused and battered after. But we went on to Gates Pass. We went and pulled over after driving for a long time, and we like sat out there until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then we like really just like sat and chilled and talked and like had a chill time, reminisced, talked about future plans, talked about what we were gonna do until my party, what we were gonna do at my party, how long my party was gonna be, who was gonna be there, you know, all the deets, and then it was okay. It was a pretty chill hangout.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like a nice hangout for a graduation night, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like that I had food and ice cream and I didn't have to pay for it, to be honest.
No, yeah.
uh, and then we went back to my house and it was a sleepover. It's a party. And then Beverly ended up staying at my house all the way until like my graduation party. I think it was the day after that she left. Um, but Beverly stayed at my place, and then Emma also stayed at my place
But
for
like I
the
live
whole
here now,
time.
y'all, so
Yeah, she lives with me now, guys. Got a roommate. Hashtag roommate trial.
no, yeah.
She is the new current roommate. We're living life at a large. We've got big plans, big things happening. Anyways, um, for the next few days after graduation, we just played basketball for a while. But I'm still so mad that I lost my basketball.
No, I don't think it was lost.
I don't think it was lost either. I genuinely think somebody stole it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have like this working theory that somebody stole my basketball because
It got brought back to this house.
It
Like, because I know for a fact Manny took his ball and then we took your ball.
and
And it
Manny's
wasn't
basketball looked
left.
drastically different than mine
Yeah.
too. So it's not like they could have been like switched up.
Yeah, and then it's like it wasn't like it was left in your brother's rental because
Right. It would have
he
been
would have been
cleaned
like,
out.
hey, yeah.
And even if it was left in his rental, they clean it out when they take it back, so he would have known if it was still in there.
Mind you, I know it was brought back into this house.
I remember it being brought back in here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we think that Beverly took it, but
Or misplaced it and didn't want to say something.
yeah, or misplaced it. But I didn't like straightforward be like, "Hey, yo, did you see my ball?" But I had asked her like, "Do you have my ball? Like, I can't find it. Everybody's saying that you had it last. Like, what's going on?" She's like, "I didn't take your ball. I didn't take your ball. Like, why would you think I would do something like that?" But it was the first time I had ever used it with her. I had played basketball with this ball with everybody in this group but her before. For years.
Because is that not the one we would take back?
Yeah, it was the one that we would take back to that old church basketball, and we would play basketball. One of the first times I take it out with Beverly there, it ends up disappearing. Like,
She said, ooh.
I don't like I don't know, like I don't understand. Like, and I know she plays basketball, so there's motive.
Yeah.
Like, I know you play basketball with your little brother. You could have ran into not wanting to play with the same basketball as him. You want another basketball. Like, it could have been anything, but there's motive there. Nobody else had motive to take my basketball. Manny had his own basketball. My brother's my brother. If he wants to play basketball, he can come all the way to Arizona and play some basketball. It's fine. That's fine. You live with me. But then it's like, even if
to take it. Even if your brother took it, he would have texted you and been like,
"Hey, I'm taking your ball to California."
Yeah, or even if he accidentally took it, like say we accidentally like left it in the rental, I feel like he still would have reached out and been like,
"Hey, he'd been like, hey, yo, I got your basketball.
I have your ball."
Literally. So like, there's literally nobody else or no other way that somebody could have taken it but Beverly. So we just think that she took it. Anyways, after that came my graduation party. Holy crap, was that a show?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
There was like a lot.
It really was. The day of my graduation party was kind of like wreckage almost. When we had woken
up, you made the best of it though.
Yeah, I did really try to make the best of it. I woke up and my dad was really insisting on going to church, that he just really needed church or he was gonna have like a breakdown. And we were trying to like get him to calm down and not have to go to church because we had a very busy day because it was my graduation party. And we just felt like it wasn't necessary for him to go to church. Mind you, this man goes to church 5 days a week. He's always at church.
And then they also provide live sermons, like so you can watch what's going down in the church from your home, like
right.
So it wasn't like he was expected
and he
to
watches
miss out on
live sermon pastors. He has plenty of live sermon
Yeah.
pastors that he watches, but he was like insisting on going to this specific church at this time on this day. And so it was just like really, we felt it was inconsiderate because we had already planned my party. We all knew this was happening. We knew what we were doing this day. We knew that we had things to do. We had errands to run that morning, and he wanted to go to church, and the church time just clashed with when we needed to do these errands. And he ended up leaving with me, and he was like, yeah, we're gonna go do these errands. And we went down to the car, and he ended up driving to the church that he wanted to go to. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna go to church, have fun. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, you've got your license, go ahead. What? This is crazy. And so I ended up panicking, and I called Emma, and I was like, Emma, I'm panicking. Come down here. Get in the car with me. Like, I need your help. And no questions asked. She just slipped on shoes, came down. She was like,
didn't even tell no one. I was
just she didn't even tell anybody she was leaving. She was like, this is just left. Ran out the door. And I picked her up, and then she went with me to go do the errands that I need to do so I wasn't alone and freaking out, which was actually like very comforting because
Yeah.
like I was like severely panicking. I was like shaking, panicking. And then as soon as Emma got in the car and was like talking to me and I was ranting, I like calmed down. And I was able to walk through all of Walmart and get everything I needed and like try back and everything. And it was good. And then we came back. At this point, Beverly was like irritating all of
On
us.
one. Oh my god, don't even get me started.
She was like I love Beverly. Beverly has been my childhood best friend for since like obviously since we were kids, but she's just doesn't know how to act sometimes. And at this point, she
A
was
lot
getting
of
on
the times.
everybody's nerves. Everybody's nerves.
And it's like, mind you, I've never really liked her, but it's like because I love Saphira, I know how to be mature and be cordial. But oh my god, dude, I wanted to like slap her.
But we came back, and at this point, when we came back, she had woken up, and when I had left with my dad, we were in the middle of painting this like big banner for my party, and me and Emma had been working and painting on this banner for like 2 days straight, and we were
Mm-hmm.
trying so unbelievably hard to get this banner done.
Like it was
And
like 10 feet long.
yeah, it was
Like
a 10 foot long banner, and so um Beverly was there the whole time we were doing the banner and didn't really help. And so when I had first needed to go on these errands, I needed to go because I needed more paint because I was running out of paint. And I had like jumped up because my dad was like on this one to go to church, so he jumped up and he's like, "Let's go." And so I jump up, throw on my shoes, grab my purse, and I'm like, "Let's go." And Beverly had just woken up and she was trying to like come with me, but Beverly's the type of person that she can't leave without her hair being done. She's got to make sure she's got a full face of makeup on. It's like crazy. Like she's got to have an outfit on. She's got to like take all these pictures with herself before she walks out. Like it's a lot. And I just did not have time for that. And so I was like, no, like I'm not taking you, girl. Like I just don't like I need to walk out this door right now and I just don't got time to wait for you. And so um I left with her, and then when me and Em came back from doing all these errands, my mom had told me that she was telling my mom that it was unfair that she didn't know what was going on and she didn't get to go with us.
but it's like, mind you, not to sound like messed up or nothing, but it's like the thing with this girl is it's like no matter the situation, she will find a way to talk about herself. And it's like obviously, she hasn't driven that much. Like she still gets nervous on the road. The last thing that she would have needed was somebody to come downstairs and be like, "Oh my god, guess what happened? Oh my goodness, this and that." Like no, she needed a listening ear, one that will tell her, "Girl, you'll be fine. You're not gonna crash." Like, let's go, let's get the shit done and get back home. Like,
Right, because Beverly is like she's the type of girl that like can't really talk about other people. She's got to be talking about herself and what's
mm-hmm.
going on in
Like,
her life.
can I say what she said at the dinner?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're like, after her graduation, obviously, as like we had previously mentioned, we went to go eat. And at one point, like me, Saphira, I can name drop your brother too, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was like me, Saphira, her brother Scott, obviously, and then Manny. And Beverly too. And so we're like all having a conversation, whatnot, like everybody's enjoying the time. We're laughing our asses off, like just having a good time. And so like the seating position, right, was like her brother, her, me. And then across from me was Beverly, and then across from her brother was Manny. Again, it's like mainly the four of us like having a conversation. Like Beverly wasn't necessarily like inserting herself or really jumping into the conversation. She was kind of just like sitting there. But it's like, girl, I'm sorry, like if you wanted to be in the conversation, say something. And all I hear from this girl is, so guys, like when can we talk about me? But she said it so like quietly But it's like, dude, you're sitting right in front of me. Like, of course I'm gonna hear it. And I was so thrown off by that because I'm like, I'm sorry, but this weekend is not about you, like, by any sort of means.
Right. It was honestly crazy because I didn't even hear her say that either.
Yeah, that's why I was like, bro, no. I'm like, we're not doing this.
Yeah,
Not today.
that was crazy. But at the party, it got worse because after we came back and everything, me and Em had ended up coming into the room and to finish painting the banner, and she came in and she like grabbed her purse to leave. And I had looked at her and I was like, "Where are you going?" Like I was just genuinely asking because one, you're at my house. It's the day of my party. Everyone's supposed to be here helping me figure everything out for my party. Not to be like, "Oh my god, me," but it's my graduation
No, and
party.
then helping your
Everyone
mom
knew
too, because it's like, dude, like,
that we had to do stuff this day.
yeah, especially because your mom was already so stressed with
Everyone was
everything
stressed
that
out.
needed to be done. Me and her are trying to finish this banner that way it can be
Right,
sent down to the neighbor to get the lettering done.
right,
Her mom's trying to finish cooking all of these things, making sure the house is clean, making sure like the ice chests and stuff are filled. And it's like, dude, at this point, not only am I painting this banner, anytime that I hear her mom being like, oh my gosh, or, just sounding stressed, I'm out there. I'm like, what do you need help with? Let me know.
right.
This girl was just sitting on the couch the entire time. Like, and then she was asked to do one thing, which was pass some drinks to your dad so that he
Right.
could put them in the ice chest.
Mind you, this girl had nothing wrong with her at the time. Like, she didn't have no broken bones. Like, she had an attitude. The
Yes.
only thing wrong with her was that she was saying that she was on her period, but she only uses one type of products. And we don't use those products. We had a
Hmm.
different type of product. And she was getting so upset that we didn't use the products that she used because she was
But
acting
then,
like it was the end of the world to only use
mind
a
you,
different product.
she had went out to go get a drink from Dutch Bros. So it's like
Right.
if you wanted that one specific product so badly, you should have gone and spent your
And that
money on
wasn't her
that.
only purchase either. When we were going out, she bought
Yeah.
herself Hawaiian
She
Bros.
was
She
buying
bought herself
something
Cold
every
Stone.
single day.
We got coffee multiple days in a row. We went to Walmart with her,
And it's
with
like,
us, before me and
if it
Em
really
had even
comes
went to
down to
Walmart
it,
to run an errand, and she did not get any of those products for
yeah.
herself.
And it's like, if it really came down to it, the Dollar Tree has some, girl. Yes, they might not be the best, but it's like, if it's that big of an issue and you're gonna sit here and complain about it all day, every day,
Right,
go get some. Because I'm sorry, at that
right.
point, I would have bought
Because
that.
she was acting like it was affecting her to the point where she couldn't simply get up and go get
Hmm.
herself a new bottle of water.
Hmm.
Like it was genuinely that bad for her.
And it's
And
really not.
like we just didn't get it. We just didn't get it.
Yeah, she was like irking my soul. Because it's like,
Right.
how are you comfortable enough? And then my biggest thing is like, she's always talking about, oh, people don't have basic manners, people don't have decorum. She loves to use that word. But it's like, you're gonna tell me that you got invited over for one day, overstayed your stay by like 4, and then couldn't even help out, couldn't go take the trash down, couldn't go fill up an ice chest, couldn't even simply ask like, hey, do you need help with anything? Like, it was just none of that. And then it's like, mind you, everybody was stressed. Like, everybody. Like, and then the cake started getting like messed
Oh yeah,
up.
the cake got messed up. I had to call the place where I was getting my cake and like talk to the manager, and then I had to call a different shop and talk to that manager, and then I wasn't getting through to that manager, so I had to like get upset and use an upset manner tone with the worker to get me to the manager, and then the other
Hmm.
manager had called the other store and helped me, and then I was like, thank you so much for getting all this help done for me. But I literally had my mom in tears
Yeah.
because we were all just so
It was
stressed
just
out.
one thing after the other.
Yeah, it was just
Like,
one thing after the other. And then through the entire party, we had all wanted to go swimming, right? We
hmm.
were gonna go swimming. Starts raining, thunderstorming, and then all my decorations outside. Everything started falling apart. I was literally hysterically bawling my eyes out. I was
Yeah.
screaming at everybody to go back inside because everyone was bringing everything outside when it was raining, and I was like
Yeah.
genuinely getting upset. And so then I ended up breaking down, and it was like this whole thing. But it ended up turning around after a lot of people left, and then like the decorations got taken down, and then it was just
Like a chill group of
music,
like,
cards, and just like all my friends.
yeah.
And then we moved from outside inside.
Yeah, once
And
like majority of
yeah,
people
once a
left.
majority of everybody left, and it was just
Because at
me
this point
and
it
it
was
was
me,
me,
you,
you,
Beverly.
Beverly, my brother,
I'm forgetting the other
Manny,
girl's name.
Chuck. Chuck was there.
Yeah.
And then
Um.
another girl that I'm friends with, we'll call her A. She was there as well.
Mhm.
So we were all there and we were playing Cards Against Humanity. We were just having a blast. My mom's friend had given her this box of cookies for me for my graduation, and I ended up eating like a lot of them. And then I ended up eating like wings and like pasta salad. Like I was messing up the food at the end of the night. It was pretty funny.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and then we stayed up pretty late. I passed out and then I woke up, and when I woke up it was like dark and everyone was still there, and they were like camped out in the living room, and like M was in one corner, and then my brother was on the couch with his feet up, and then I was on the other couch, and then Manny
I
was
think
on
it
the
was me,
floor.
your brother, and Manny who managed to stay up the latest.
Yeah, and then my other friend A had stayed the night and she was on the floor. Chuck had left and went home.
Mhm.
And then Beverly had ended up leaving the group and coming to sleep in my room when we
Mhm.
were all out there.
And it's like, mind you, there was room out there. Like, it's not that
Yeah.
small of a living room. And
There
it's
was
like,
already 5 of us out there.
mhm.
So it was like,
Because the way it was, like, you were sleeping on the long couch, then your brother was on
yeah,
the
there
small
was room
couch.
for 3 more
I was
people.
camped out by the sliding door, and then Manny was on the other side, like of your brother.
The
And
most people
then,
I fit in that living room was 8. We only had
mhm.
5. You could have
Yeah,
been out there with us.
yeah.
Right. And so then after that was when everybody went home the next day. And then Beverly went home, A went home, and then it was me, you, my brother, and Manny. And
Oh
then
yeah, because I think we.
they had ended up leaving it. It was me and you at the house for a while, and then they
Wait.
picked us up again and we went
So
downtown.
which day did we go to Mount Lemon?
We went, I think, the day before my party.
Oh yeah, huh? Because we were talking to your brother about riding the motorcycle.
Yeah, we went to Mount Lemon one of these days because Emma had never been on a motorcycle before.
But I love them, and like I've always been super intrigued by them, and I've always known like I want one. But it's like I've never experienced the feeling of being on one. So at one point it's like what, like 10, 11 at night, and we get to talking about like bikes and bikers, and I'm like, dude, like I want to ride one. I'm like, who doesn't? And so eventually, like, we had asked her brother, like, hey, do you know like any place we could go? And then he told us one place, but it was already closed. So then he agreed to just take us the next morning.
Yeah, because we have a close family friend, and she has a bike that is her son's bike, who's no longer with us. And my brother goes over to take care of the bike, and he rides the bike every now and then to make sure it's up and running and nothing wrong with it. Um, and so when we went, I got on the bike first with all my gear, showed her how to get on, taught her like the different ways to maneuver with him. And then I went for a ride on the bike, and then we came back, and then I gave all my gear to her. She put all my gear on, and then I put her on the back of the bike, and then she went. And then when
It
she
was
came
so
back, I was
fun.
like recording when she came back, and it was pretty funny. I have it on video.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "I'm in love."
Yeah, dude, because it was like, dude, it was like something I never felt before. Like, it was like a completely like different type of high, and I was like, bro, like I think this is like that type of adrenaline I've been chasing
Right.
this whole time. Like I absolutely fell in love with the entire experience. And then I will say I'm kind of glad it was your brother and not a random person, because I was a little bit nervous. But then I realized I'm like, I'm riding with my best friend's brother. I'm like, he's not gonna kill me. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So I feel like because I knew him, and obviously like I've known him for years, I was able to actually like just be fully at peace during the bike ride, and not like, oh my god, this random stranger, like what if he takes this turn and like we go flying, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was very, very fun. I'll definitely do it again.
Yeah.
And the fact it was an R1
Well,
too.
you're gonna do it again, just not on another
I know.
bike like that one.
No, I know. like still,
Yeah.
the bike is a bike.
True. True. True.
Mm-hmm.
True. I
Then
don't
we
even
went
have
to
to take
Mount
my
Lemon.
helmet out to Cali when we go because
Yeah.
my brother's got helmets out there that he fixed up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and he's got two,
Yeah.
so we don't gotta trade. I'm learning how to cook this summer, guys. I'm learning how to cook. The first thing I've been cooking with and experimenting with is shrimp. So far, I've cooked shrimp 2 times. Today is my third time, but today I'm gonna do it with an actual like recipe. The other 2 times I did it, I just cooked it, seasoned it with my heart, and then made some buttered noodles and ate it. But this time I found a recipe for like this blackened creamy shrimp pasta, and I'm gonna try and attempt to make it after we film today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm experimenting. That's my first thing that I'm learning to cook. Once I like perfect that part of my cooking, then I'll move on to something different. But yeah, but we did go to Mount Lemon. It was pretty fun actually. I liked it because it wasn't like it wasn't like a super bright sunset, but it wasn't like a super like dooky sunset either.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked it.
And then they
But
were doing like a car show when we first
yeah, they
arrived.
had
So
like a car and like
they had
bike
like,
show when we went up
yeah.
there, and it was pretty fun to see a lot of different bikes. But
I hated the ride.
Emma hated the ride up there.
Mm-hmm. 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 Because this was damn near my last straw with Beverly.
Was it your
Okay.
13th reason?
Yeah. Indeed it was. Because it's like, dude, you've already pissed me off this whole weekend. Like, with the graduation party, you didn't help a single, not one bit. And then, mind you, throughout the whole party, it wasn't even like she went downstairs to come celebrate with Sphera. Like,
Yeah, she didn't even really
she
hang out with
just
us the whole
sat
party.
upstairs the whole time. And I'm like, girl, whatever. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. Okay. We're on the way up to Mount Lemon. And as somebody who gets car sick so much, the last thing you want to be doing is looking down at your phone. Like the biggest thing I found that helps me is to pick a spot in the road and look at it. Like, because I feel like when you're in the car and you're like feeling like all the movements of everything, if you're just looking down at your phone, I feel like it like amplifies the like all like the movement that you're feeling, if that makes sense. But then it's like if you're actually paying attention to the road, like, I don't know, I feel like it helps, right? And so I'm in the back seat with Beverly, okay? I'm chilling. Like, I don't feel nothing. I'm enjoying the view, whatnot. This girl starts talking about how she's like getting nauseous and she's getting car sick. And I tell her, stop looking at your phone. Pick a spot on the road and look at it, okay? She didn't want to listen, okay? And my thing is, I'm also a sympathetic puker. So I hate anything that has to do with throw up. I hate witnessing it. I hate the noise of it. Somebody could gag around me and I would be on the verge of throwing up myself, okay? So we're sitting there, okay? Oh my god. She turns to look at me and I can tell, like, she's about to throw up. And she says it. She's like, I'm about to throw up. And I look at her and I'm like, why are you looking at me then? Like, put your head out the window. Like, no, what the genuinely, it's like you would think if you're sitting there and you're about to throw up, why are you not rolling your window down? Like, why are you not shoving your head outside of it? Why are you looking at me? I'm like, I'm not about to help you. Like, I can't do nothing to help you. So eventually she throws up, okay? And I'm sitting there now and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay? I'm like, I can smell it. I just witnessed it. I'm trying so hard with every bone in my body to not start getting nauseous myself. Okay. So out of the kindness of my big old heart, I'm like, do you want some water? Because she didn't have water. She's like, yeah. So I hand her the water bottle. Okay. She puts her mouth on it. I'm like, oh well, whatever. Thinking like, just keep it. At this point, this is the part that had me the most fucked. She drinks. Freshly thrown up, covered mouth. Drinks out the water bottle and proceeds to hand it back to me and say, here you go. I do not want that. Burn it at this point. Like, I could be like I could be dehydrated in the middle of a desert and still not drink after somebody who just threw up. I'd rather die. Like, call me dramatic, whatnot. I'd rather die. No. And so I look at her and I'm like, keep it. Like, what? And so eventually, like, thankfully we were almost there by the time like she did throw up because dude, that I just like was smelling nothing but throw up to the point that I was like, Saphira, please tell me you have some sort of lotion, perfume, something that smells good in your bag. And thankfully she did. So I'm sitting there and I'm like huffing this like lotion, I think
I
it
think it was
was.
a hand cream.
Yeah, I'm like just sitting there huffing it because girl, I do not want to smell throw up at
Right.
all. So thankfully, like we get out the car. She
She
did
didn't
not.
even really do a good job cleaning it off the car either, because she got it on the rental, and then we came down and
Yeah,
like, mind you, it was dark, yes, but
but
she
it's like
put a
just clean the
flashlight
whole
on the
window.
car.
Honestly, at that point, even if it's dark and you can't really see, just clean that whole section. Like just clean until like you know what I mean. I'm like, don't half like if you're already cleaning up your throw up, just clean the whole window.
Right.
Just clean the whole window.
Do you
So
want to do
Ursula
like?
has like the black and white ones.
Do you want to do like a California trip vlog?
Yeah, I'm so down.
Hell yeah, guys! Coming soon. If you're interested, we're going on a trip to California soon. Vlog that trip. We can do that. Yes, we can. Um. Also, I was gonna ask you, do you want to do this little like TikTok series on TikTok? So like throughout season 2, if we're having a moment where it's like, oh, summer thought, if we're doing like if we're watching Love Island or something, like do a video. Want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, creator brain thought. Sorry, guys. Um, but with that being said, that is pretty much what had happened through graduation day all the way until the graduation party. Because after that, we pretty much went downtown with my brother. And then after that, he left to go back home. But then he was like, uh, for your birthday or my birthday, let me know. We'll figure out how to get you to Cali, and we'll all like have some fun out there. And so we're going after his birthday, but before my birthday. So I don't know if we'll go again for my birthday unless we figure
Yeah.
out some magical way to do that. But we are going once, so we can film a vlog of that for this channel.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a new TikTok series coming, so make sure to follow the TikTok at the Middle Sister Podcast to follow along with that. And make sure to follow the Instagram at the Middle Sister Pod, where we interact with you guys as an audience all the time so that you can keep up with our lives and be a part of this amazing community. With that being said, I think we will end the episode off there today with all this hectic drama. We will see you in episode 2.